Good morning and welcome back to part 4 of the Range Rover rebuild. As you can see, I've cleaned it all up. We're pretty much ready to start the reassemble process of the car now. I've just got the new head gasket. We've just unpacked it. We're going to go ahead, put that on. We'll do it on camera so that you know what the procedure is for putting the head gasket on. It just simply lays on there. There's a couple of dowels to keep it in place. I'm going to go and grab the head now, get that on there. We'll drop all the new stretch bolts in the holes and we'll go ahead, get that torqued up and start the reassembly process. We've now lowered the head onto the block. I would always recommend 2 people doing this, one at the front, one at the back. Go down nice and gently together and then lay it on the head gasket and on top of the cylinders. Do it together if you can. I'm going to go ahead and chuck the brand new stretch bolts in now. Obviously you can't reuse the cylinder head bolts, and when you buy the kit it comes with a complete new set. We've got them in a bag here and we're going to put 8 new cylinder head bolts in it. I'm going to get these cracked up and I'll come straight back. Just thought I'd add this bit in. We're at the moment doing the torque settings on the head and the sequence in what they need to go. Just thought it'd make interesting content and viewing for you people watching this build. Just another little part that you have to do as part of the rebuild process. That's all torqued down now. We're just putting the followers back in, and then after that we'll be going ahead and putting the cams in. I'll go ahead and film it while my friend's putting the oil in and putting them back in for a moment, just so you can see what they are and what the procedure is to put them in. We're putting a bit of fresh engine oil in with these, just for lubrication, and where all the oils run down from the top end, and we are going to be doing a full service on it, it's going to need to build up oil pressure, so it is nice to have a bit up there so that they're not running dry. I'm just going to add this, setting up the cams on the bench before they go back in the car. We got the small tensioner to go back in here. I'm just cleaning that up. But can you see those little slots there and the black link on the chain? And again, the other side, you got that slot and the black link on the chain. There's only 2 black links, and those black links obviously have to be in line with those slots before you can slide this back into the head. Also, they are colour coded. The 2 cams for the other side actually had a brown line on them, and these 2 have got a green line on them, so that's how you match them up and stop them from getting mixed up. Even though, just for precaution, we did put them on completely separate lids and mark down what side they was out of. Now cleaned up that tensioner and put that back in there, so these are ready to go back into that cylinder head. There is a small pinch hole here to hold that down until you get it into the car, and we've just used a 1.5mm drill bit pushed in there, and once they're fitted in the car we can release that, and that will take up the slack in the chain, and that will be all. I've not really done a great deal of filming because I really wanted to crack on with it, do the driver's side. You saw me do the passenger side yesterday. We whipped that head off. There was no bent valves whatsoever. None of them was leaking, just as we expected on the tests that we did. So we've gone ahead, put a new head gasket on there, refitted the head after cleaning it up with new stretch bolts, installed the cams and put that side completely back together. On the passenger side, we've been working on for the rest of the afternoon. You can see I've just fitted a new diesel pump belt. The diesel pump's driven by the camshaft. There's a new tensioner. Again, I haven't pulled the pin on it yet because I'm still waiting for the oil pump to come. Once the oil pump comes, we can get that timed up and then release that pin. I haven't really got a lot more to go on it today, so I just wanted to point out a few bits that I saw in the comment section. The most popular was the cup that was placed in here. Someone said I'd left my cup of coffee here, but I actually put the cup there to catch the little bit of oil that was leaking out of the brake pipe. A couple of other people commented saying this Range Rover looks rotten, the chassis looks rotten, there's a lot of corrosion. Guys, this is just surface rust, and all cars have got it. There's no rust on this car, it's literally just surface scabs. So I've given it a little wipe over so that you can see. It's actually in really nice condition for a 12-year-old car that it is. A couple of other questions I just wanted to pick up on about how difficult it was to unwire the car. And as you can see, the car's sitting there and there's nothing hanging down apart from a couple of water pipes and the exhaust for the overnight heater, or sorry, the warm-up heater. This is the actual wiring harness that plugs into the passenger side of the car. Sorry, the driver's side, that wiring harness. And this is the harness that plugs into the passenger side. So there's just 3 plugs to unplug out of the loom this side, and again we got 3 plugs on that side. There is various pipes and bits and pieces, and I did go through what I had to undo: the brake pipes, the diesel pipes, and also the steering column. A lot of people asked how I released that. Well, that is just 1 pinch bolt. And then somebody said about the electronic handbrake. Well, that is electronic, so it does just unplug. And the gearbox was just literally 1 cable, you can see hanging down there. Because it's an automatic and it's all electric, it literally goes through the pins there, goes through this little needle there, you tighten up the bolt, and this is your actual park reverse neutral drive. So yeah, that was just a few of the questions. People was saying that it's rotten and it's got a bit of rust. It's far from rotten, guys. The car is a bit dirty, and once the engine is completely refitted up, no doubt I will pull it outside and give it a jet wash off before it goes back together, because there's not going to be another chance to do it. The fuel filler neck, in the first video I said that I had to release this here. I was actually wrong. You don't have to release the clip at all. It's 1 bolt up there and the whole filler neck comes out with it. So taking this off was pretty pointless. I've just got to pop that back on there. But yeah, I'll just show you around it so you can see there's no major rot. These 3 wires here, they all plug into your back loom of your cab, and that's for your rear lights and parking sensors, all that sort of stuff. You know, it is all there. Like I said, there's no rust on it. It is just literally a bit of surface rust, and you're going to get that on every car. A brand new car that's, you know, a year old, if you get underneath, like these lower arms, they will have surface rust on them. They're not heavily painted. I mean, you can see it's not rusty. You can still see the stickers. You can still see everything. So overall, I'm quite happy with the condition of the chassis, and I'm quite happy with everything else on it. I did just want to make a point of pointing out a few bits on it that you guys probably never get to see, especially the people that own the cars. You never actually get to see it and how much work it is. Somebody put in the comments, change the fuel, sorry, not the fuel pump, change the hydraulic pump that pumps up the suspension, the air pump, sorry, not hydraulic, before you refit the cab. Well, we know that the cab comes down to this point. That's your air compressor there, and it is literally these tabs and 2 bolts. You undo that little casing, it pops out, and the air suspension pump on a Range Rover is probably one of the most easiest jobs I've ever done. It's no more than 30 minutes. That's if you've never done one. They're all push fits and a couple of bolts. That is it. Very, very simple job to do. That running along the passenger side there is actually your air tank. That's for your air suspension, and obviously these are the airbags for the air suspension. I'll try and get a better angle actually. That should be a bit better. These actually are your airbags. They're quite soft and they blow up and down, obviously, to lift the car and lower the car. And last but not least, it's going to be a bit of a short video today. I just wanted to put a bit in about this oil pump. Quite a lot of people was worried about it in the beginning, and somebody commented last night saying, well, when this broke off, did anything go inside the oil pump? And that was a really, really good question. This is the part that broke off, and I have actually lined it up on here exactly where it has broken off and fully inspected it all the way round, and not one fragment from this has fallen inside the sump. But we are going to be going ahead and taking that sump off anyway. We're going to clean it all out. There is a magnet in the bottom on the drain plug. We're going to clean the sump out anyway, and we're going to give the car a full service before it's fully put back together. That is going to be a wrap for today, guys. Sorry it is a short video, it is only 10 minutes, but it's Saturday afternoon, it's about 6 o'clock, and no, it's 5 o'clock actually, and I've absolutely had enough today. I want to go home, have a nice shower, a bit of lunch, and I'll be back on it on Tuesday because I've got plans for Monday. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, please leave your comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.